Okay, hopefully this is gonna work. I'm just going straight for live. Screw it. AC just kicked on, so let's hope that doesn't create too much noise. Alright guys, how are you guys doing tonight? Gotta pull up my chats here. This is being streamed across both Facebook and YouTube. So if you guys want to see the better quality image, this is being streamed off an old Dell Precision workstation that I have for work. I'm still awaiting my newer model. So this is running like a 6th gen i7 and a NVIDIA Quadro Maxwell 2000 GPU. So let's hope it could hold up with when it comes down to live streaming. Now let me go into restream. Yeah, there we go. And let's pull up some chats. Oh, I could always restore the pages. So much more convenient. No, I don't need my email, thank you. Alright, we are officially streaming. I do apologize, guys, that it's damn near midnight, but that's what happens when you have to use an ancient workstation laptop that has no audio inputs. I couldn't get audio to work. I couldn't get my good camera to work. So I ended up reverting to my older mirrorless camera. So that's what we're going to be using today. I really don't care. This is more about the numbers and the testing methodology. So let's just get right down to it because I got to get to bed because I have work in the morning. As you can see in the, where am I? Top right. No, it'd be top left. Window, you'll see the bench. I'll have all these good numbers up here. You guys will have the core voltage here in real time. Let's switch it to high res. And of course the temperatures. No, this is not necessary. This is the current pod temp, 17.3. It is a little chilly in here, so keep that in mind. I'm freezing, but we're gonna get a lot colder. So let's get down to it. I will be using a PMD. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'll try to put it in the frame here. If not, I'll still report what kind of power draw we're getting directly from the 12 volt EPS rails. As far as hardware, we are running the EVGA Z690 Dark Kingpin alongside the i9 12900KS. This is a retail sample. It's random, it's not binned. I have yet to run it, so this is the first time we're going to be running it. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully it scales better than my 12900K. I'm just going to pull this down just a little bit so I can fire this thing up. And let's get this show on the road. Other than that, we're using the Kingpin Cooling T-Rex Revision 4 CPU pot, as well as the Kingpin Cooling Inferno heated backplate to keep from any condensation building up on the CPU itself. So as you can see right now, the KS boots straight off of some pretty decent voltages right there. There was some serious droop there because it was shooting up to 1.36 volts. I finally did get this to work, which is pretty cool. You guys will be able to see what I'm seeing on my monitor in real time. So let me go ahead and shut these things off. Okay, that. Bye, buddy. But as you can see here now, we're around 90 degrees Celsius on the package. Die temps around 11 degrees Celsius. I'll get to tuning here in a second, but first we got to set up a few things. Keep in mind, I'm not going to be running any memory intensive benchmarks, so I'm just going to be running a stock XMP profile. We're going to be running R23 today. Hopefully I could get some decent results with this new KS SKU. As far as memory, I'm running G.Skill Trident Z5s. There's 6600 mega transfers per second with the XMP profile with a CL34 latency. So these are definitely SK Hynix ICs on this RAM. And soon enough, maybe I'll do an actual pre-recorded video. These will be going under LN2 as well, using Vince's new, well, it's not really new. The pod itself is, I've had one of these, but the design for the mounting mechanisms for the VRAM is very new. So these will be going on those SK Hynix kit at some point. For now, we're just gonna do some CPU benchmarks and take the EVGA Z690 Kingpin Dark for a ride. So, of course, left. In my, well, to your right, my left, you guys could see the temperatures here in real time and voltages. Hopefully you guys could see it clearly. Let me know if you don't. I'll try to zoom in on those. This was kind of a makeshift setup from the beginning because my video editing rig / stream PC is currently, well, I'm kind of rebuilding it around a Z690 platform with a 12900K I just retired because it's just not great for benching. So let's go ahead and drop down these temps as of right now. And there's a trick to this pot and many others. You guys will see the pull down. It's in the beginning, it doesn't seem like, oh, this thing's slow. That's not the case. I have to glaze the pot. So let me bring the temps down a little bit. I generally like to bring it down to like -70, -80 before I glaze it. Essentially what I mean by glazing, which I don't know what I did with my torch, it's the Linden frost effect in a sense. What happens is you get the moisture buildup. You don't get that thermal transfer between the nickel plating, the copper, and the liquid nitrogen. So you just give it a nice little glaze and you create this frost barrier and allows it to absorb into the nickel and into the copper, and the temps drop insanely quickly and it gives you fantastic temperature control. So right now we're at about -10, -11, -12. I'm gonna go grab my blowtorch. Let me know if there's any audio issues, guys, because I was having a lot. This laptop, like I said, that I'm streaming off of does not have an audio input. And this was just the biggest headache in the world, which is why I'm streaming it now at officially midnight. Yeah, it's 12:04. Okay, and I still got to work in the morning. That's okay. This is all for science. Let me pull up my chat log here. If you guys want to talk, feel free to shoot the shit. I'm all ears. We're at -21. I'm gonna keep pulling down right now. And in the meantime, I'm gonna set some base profiles. As I said, we're running R23. I'm not too worried about memory right now. So basically I'll just be running a stock XMP profile. And everything else will just be CPU bound. So let's go ahead, jump over here. I'll throw myself back on the screen, why not? There we go. All right, we're officially below 0. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and throw, we'll start with 6. 6 is a good baseline. Ring, we'll start with, well, I'll just go 45. I could always adjust that later. No need for that. I'll just throw 45 at that. 1.45, oops. Override, thank you. And of course, this is important. Now I'm going to set the V core at 155 for now. Actually, yeah, no, that's perfect for 6. That's actually overkill for 6G. Alright, V droop. I'm going to actually disable the V droop control altogether for this run. I'm going to switch this over to 800 PDM frequency. 800 hertz, I believe, kilohertz. VSA, I'm going to set VSA at 1 point. No, I don't want to set VSA. What am I doing? We're going to set VDDQ at 1.35. How about that? 1.9, obviously, for the VCCIM. I'm going to leave core PLL, ring PLL, and atom PLL stock for now. And apply. Oh, look. What do you know? That was easy. Alright, let's start pulling this thing down. We're sitting at about minus 20C. And pretty soon we're going to see how quickly this thing actually pulls down, the T-Rex Rev 4 that is. And it pulls down quick. So, once I glaze it in a second, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about, and then we'll get to some overclocking. Sorry guys, I'm not as effervescent as I usually am. It's midnight, I worked all day, and then I had to search for all sorts of things, cables, wires, adapters, just to make this work off a laptop. I am streaming off literally a 7-year-old laptop, so hopefully it's coming through okay. Let me know otherwise, guys. Hey, Draconis, long time no see. I've been doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? I am actually giving a first run on my 12,900 KS under LN2. Haven't even tested it under water, I just went straight for LN2. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm surprised this laptop's holding up. It is a quadro power laptop too, so that probably does help. I have the NVNC codec running at the moment, that's how it's being compressed. Oh, no shit? I did not know that. It wasn't me, man. Facebook is the devil. Alright, we're at about minus 50C. So I'll get down another minus 30. And then I'll glaze the pot. I wish I had more cameras set up, but I'm not on my designated streaming rig, which is torn apart right now. It's getting a Z690 upgrade. So I don't have all the capture cards to get cool camera angles. It took me literally 2 hours to just try to get audio working. So hopefully audio is coming in clear at the moment. Generally I'd be running my nicer camera. I don't know if you guys could see it, but that's what I'd be running. Right over here with the tripod so you guys could get a clear visual of everything that's going on, but instead I'm using a Logitech C920 from a decade ago. Oh dude, that sucks. Yeah, we're right around minus 80. And I grabbed my torch, that's how tired I am. This will be a fun video to shoot. Oh, I put it right next to me. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to glaze the pot. We reach minus 80 relatively quickly, but we need quicker. So it dropped it down to minus 70 some odd Celsius. So now we're gonna really let this thing go. So I went from minus 69, minus 70, 72, 74. Yeah, she's quick now. It's amazing what that'll do. All right, we're ready to rock and roll, guys. All right, I got my base profile set. Oh, hell no. This did not just freeze on me. It did. .86 volts. What is going on? My multimeter's tweaking out. There we go, 1.348. That was odd. And I still have yet to plug in my SSD. Bad Greg, bad Greg. Oh, now we got an SSD. So I'm gonna do this all over again. So let's go ahead and switch the screen. Sorry, I know someone said good evening. Sorry, I'm just swapping screens very quick. I'll get back to your message in a second. I gotta reset all these profiles. We'll start with 60 multipliers. That's 6 gigahertz on the P cores. Cache, we'll just set at 45 for now. 0 offset on the AVX2. Atom, we'll do a 45 across the atom cores. We'll just leave this on auto for now because I'm not going too crazy. We'll set 1.55 on the V core, 800 kilohertz PWM frequency switch. We'll do like 1.25 here, 1.9. Everything else I'm gonna leave stock, and we'll boot her up into Windows. Guys, this is not fun trying to navigate all this like live streaming on a workstation laptop. I can't pronounce your name, but good evening to you too as well, sir. Yeah, you take care, Draconis. That's memory training. And there we go. All right. Apparently my keyframes are off. Don't know why that is. Now I gotta change my resolution in Windows because it's I'm running at an ultra wide monitor, so let me go ahead and change that very quick. Otherwise it's just gonna look odd. Change resolution. There we go. That should work. No, Windows does not like my GPU. Keep in mind, guys, I'm running a GTX 750 Ti. So the last driver update for this thing was like 2016 or 2015. They don't always tend or care to cooperate. Now we got a memory training issue. And that's just super. And sometimes, guys, this could actually come down to the pressure of the pot. And now we're going. I hope it took my last change in windows. I go a little colder without cracking the paste, hopefully. Alright, we're about minus 100, so that should be good. At least for... What is going on with my multimeter? There we go. Are you guys able to see the figures on the thermometer and the multimeter? Right now we're training memory, so this could take a second. Oh yay, thanks Windows. Thanks for wasting LN2. The more tedious side of benchmarking. Windows. Quick reboot and we're back up and running. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get some bass runs in. See how she does at 155 with no V-droop control whatsoever. Oh, that is loud. I'll turn that all the way down. Oh, there's a mute option. All right, so we'll go ahead and open Cinebench R23. Right now we're at 6 gigahertz on the P cores and 4.5. Oh, I forgot to change the resolution. My fault. Let's go ahead. Bring it to a proper aspect ratio. It's like I said, I'm running on an ultra wide monitor, so this should make things good. And yeah, everything looks good on my end. I'm trying to keep it at around minus 120 right now. And it's not hard to keep with this pot. Minus 117, 18, 19. Light. Oh, minus 120. There we go. All right, let's just do a quick 6 gigahertz bass run. We're off to the races. Now, guys, you guys have to remember, you don't just go in there full pot, balls to the wall. You got to let the CPU kind of get used to this slow progression. We just scored at 33,817. Nothing impressive, but that's at 6 gigahertz. We'll see what 1.55 could do. I'm going to keep it around minus 120, and we'll jump up. Well, we'll go like minus 130 at this point, because the pot is pretty much already there. And we'll go ahead and bump this up to 6.2. Oops, wrong slider. And wrong slider again. And we'll bump up the E-cores to 4.7. The ring I could definitely bump up, but I'm going to leave it as is for now. We're at about minus 131. So this is 6.2 and 4.7, I believe, on the E-cores. I got to be patient with these types of tweaks. Let the CPU, like I said earlier, 35,000, no problem. That was relatively easy. So next step, we're going to see, I wasn't even monitoring my EPMD to see how much power I'm drawing. We'll see on the next run. I'm actually going to bump up the voltage just a tad. We're just going to go up because keep in mind that there is no, heat droop it's disabled entirely, so I'm going to be getting a lot of added voltage. So even at say 1.56, I could be stable right now, maybe for another couple hundred megahertz. So we'll see. I have not tested this chip on LN2 yet, so we'll see how she does. So we're at 6.2 right now, so I'm going to bump it up to 6.3. And we'll do 6.4. And we're going to keep E-cores where they're at. And we'll give her another run. We're warming up to about a minus 120. I want to bring it back to minus 130, minus 135-ish. Yeah, we're about minus 138, which is good. Minus 140 works for me. And we'll let her rip. Yeah, it's definitely a pass. So the actual voltage is right around 1.554. And in this case, we garnered about 600 points just from that little tweak right there. So I'm going to go ahead and bump that up a little more and cool this down a little more, because we're going to bump up the E-cores now. We'll see how far. We're just going to go by one multiplier at this voltage and see if that nets us any gains. Yeah, we're good on that. I'll check the chat in a second if there is anybody watching. I know it's really late for me as well. Alright, we broke 36,000 just from that little bump in E-cores. One multiplier. That's 100 megahertz on the E-cores. Keep in mind there are 8 of them, so they actually 2 put out. Not as much as the true P-cores, the ones with all the AVX instructions and all that, but the atom cores actually do put out at higher frequencies, so. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna see what we could do with 1.56 volts. And if it crashes, it crashes. I know my baseline. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it very quick where we're at. And I'm gonna go ahead and bump this up to 6.5. And we'll bump. I haven't even touched the ring. I'm gonna bump that up to 50 right now. So we got 65, so 6,500 megahertz or 6.5 gigahertz on the P cores, 5 gigahertz on the E cores, and a 50x multiplier on the cache. So let's give that a go at 1.56 volts. I have to bring that temp down just a tad. All right, here we go. Now we're starting to generate some heat. Keep in mind that with liquid nitrogen, cold scaling with voltage is kind of odd. I just saw, oh, we crashed, whatever. That could have been because, no, that definitely wasn't the temperature. I just saw 480 watts, but consistently it was around 350 watts. There was a spike about 480 watts, and I looked over and it crashed. So I'm gonna actually give that one another try. Bring it a little colder. There we go, 37,000. That's something I could not do with my K-SKU, and I'm doing it literally at the exact same frequencies with the K-SKU. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that just because that's funny. These KS CPUs are no joke. So let me open up several CPU Z tabs. Anybody have any song requests? Because I feel like listening to music. Okay. Memory, main board. I guess I could do an SPD tab as well. And yes, there are games installed on this SSD. Alright, Benchmate, save it. Cool. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, that was a 6.5G run. We'll see if we could do 6.6 on 1.56 volts. Oh, that did not save. Damn it. Well, that's not right. It's a CPU minus 3400. Something tweaked on that system info reading, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, let's go ahead, go back into UEJ Elite, X1, and we'll do 6651. We'll see if 1.56 volts will handle that. I'll cool down the pot to about minus 150 like I did before, maybe even minus 160, and we'll see if she takes. I gotta let it validate the system timers. throw this up here very quick. Oh, it's a frozen picture. Go figure. I don't get it sometimes with OBS. Maybe it's just the computer. That camera's dead. Screw it. All right, let's get back to it. I'll pull up the chat just in case. I know it's really late, so I doubt anybody's writing anything. Hey, what's up, Carlos? We're not cooking, we are freezing. Right now we're going for 6.6 G on the P cores, 5.1 on the E cores, and R23 at 1.56 volts. And get it a little chillier. Come on, let's get. And we likely will be going full pot tonight. Nope, that did not take. Need a little more voltage. .56 volts did not like that. Which is fine. I really don't care. I want to know why this camera's frozen. Probably because it's a Logitech. All right, here's the nice thing about modern day overclocking software is you really don't need to constantly set everything directly in the BIOS. Now, what is, no, there we go. You could always just go right back, pick up where you left off with your base profile, which is actually quite nice. Since the C920 froze up on me, we're at about minus 160C at this point. The pot's getting plenty frosty. Let me go ahead and load up the last profile I saved. That should bump up the voltage and the clocks. Yep, we're 64, multiplier on the P core is 48. I'm going to actually bump up the voltage to like 1.575 at this point. I'm going to have to go a little colder for this one. We'll keep it about minus 160, minus 170. Getting closer and closer to full pot. But this should take 66 no problem. And we'll just keep this at, we'll go 51 again. We'll do the same exact run I just attempted, but 50 cache. Keep in mind, I have never ran the CPU before. Not even on water. I just popped it in and figured, why not? Let's test it. If it's not great, then I'm exchanging it. All right, let's give her a go. 66 and 51. Nope. Froze up immediately. Oh, missed the BIOS. I was going to change the droop settings because I wasn't paying attention to the voltages. Of course, the higher up you go, it's not linear. The voltage scaling is not linear. Though it does, the cold does play a role to an extent. I may need a little more voltage, but I also want to throw a little droop in there. So let me go ahead and restart that very quick. Let's see what kind of effect that has on it. I'm trying to keep it right around minus 160 at this point. Oh, I forgot to share this with groups. Great. I'm a genius. Oh, because my last video froze up on me. That's what happens when you stream from a laptop. I'm just going to share it to Extreme Systems. They're usually on top. There we go. Okay, got that out of the way. Sweet. All right, back at it. Alright guys, quick nitrogen refill. Nah, I could do one more run before I do a refill. That shouldn't be a problem. At least another run. And 1.6. There we go. And we'll do another 6.5 run just to get the CPU back in tune. And for 1.6 volts, I'm definitely gonna need to drop down the temp a little more. And here we go. Oh, we actually had some regression there, and that may have been due to temps. Oh no, that's not regression. I thought I was running at 6.6. That was just, no, we're actually right on par with it. We're within the margin of error. Because I'm running 6.5, so that's right there where it should be. So now we'll go for the 6.6, and we'll just leave the E cores where they're at. And if this passes, we're going to continue on the P cores and tune the E cores later, because they don't scale quite as well as P cores with voltage. They do kind of fall off at a certain point. Oh, Cinebench is already open. Good job, Greg. Which one of y'all have LN2? All right. So now this is a 6.6 run, 5G on the P cores, 5G on the cache, stock XMP, and we're off. Yeah, minus 170-ish seems to be a sweet spot for this voltage. All right, 37,409 at 6.6. All right. 6.7's next. But first for posterity. I probably shouldn't be blocking my icons. What is going on? Huh. Interesting. I don't know why. This is showing minus 3,400. That just makes no sense. Then again, these are the first ones. Oh, you know what? This may be an older version of Benchmate. This thing hasn't been plugged into the internet in a while. It needs some updates. All right, now we're gonna go for the Magic 6.7 for now. Let's go ahead and close all this stuff out. So going back into Elite X1, I'll go ahead and bump that up. Let's see if 1.6 takes that. Nope. Now that was just a small crash. That's not a big deal. Probably need to go a little colder. Yeah, I know there's a bug report. I get it. Yeah, we're approaching full pot temps. So at this point, I'll maybe bumping up the voltage a little bit. We did not survive on 1.6 volts. I saw it drop too. Just quick reset. And bump it up a little higher for 67. Jesus, it's almost 1 a.m. I don't know why I'm doing this. We're gonna go up to 1.62 for now. So we got 6.7 on the P cores, 5.2 on the E cores with the 50x multiplier on the cache. It says ring, but technically this does have a mesh topology, I believe. So we'll see. We're approaching cool pot temps. From there, it's just no holds bar. About minus 180 right now. I'll have plenty of LN2, so I may do this again earlier in the day on Wednesday. But like I said, this is the first time I'm running this particular chip, so I want to just get a little bit of playtime under my belt. Yeah, I should be able to. Nah, crap. I need a little more LN2. I already went through 3 liters. All right, back to business. Yeah, this will probably be my last run for the night, guys. If I hit 6.7, then I am happy for a first run of the new KS. Let's see how she does. A little colder. There we go. We're officially full pot. And we got an error. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Z690. All right, 38,187. Not bad. Definitely gonna save this one. I may try 6.8. I'm just gonna let it go to the point where it just crashes. Come on. Yeah, I guess it doesn't get smaller than that. Where are you, benchmate? There we go. All right. Let's go ahead, give it one more go. Go for 6.8. Passes, then I may go a little higher on the E-cores. Definitely need to go colder. You are empty. No, needs more voltage. Immediately saw that one. I'm still gonna give it another try for the hell of it. Oh, you know what? I did forget something. Where are you? Okay. So this time I'm actually going to bump up the voltage. It clearly needs more. I'm at the base of 155. I'm going to go with, I was at 162 before. I'm going straight for 164. That should be fine at these temps. I'll try this again. 68. Oops. Those are E-cores. And on the E-cores, we're going to stick with 51 because that's what we got last time. Screw it. I'll go 52. Let's bring the temps down. All right. We're full pot. Keep in mind, this is 100% retail sample CPU. All right, that's 38,483 points in R23. I'll go ahead and save this run just because. Damn it. I gotta stop. Well, whatever. No. And Benchmate. Give me a picture. There we go. All right. I kind of want to break 39,000 at this point. This CPU is... Oh, I just closed Benchmate. Whatever, I saved it anyway. So I guess I could close this since I'm going to relaunch it. Relaunch Benchmate. I'm going to push the voltage up just a little bit more. And, yeah, full pot, she seems to be doing just well. Swell, even. We're going to go up to 1.65. Cool this puppy down. And we're going to stick with 6.8 on the P cores, but we're going to go 5.4 on the E. Let's see if she takes. All right. And this will likely be one of my last runs tonight. It's already 1 a.m. and I still have to work in the morning. We're full pot. Yeah, we froze. Which is fine. I'm still going to give it another run because that's the guy I want to in here. I should have been saving these profiles. It's just too late. I'm actually going to go back to like 1645. And we're going to do the same, what was that, 68? But this time I'm going to do like 50. I think I tried 54 on the E-cores and it didn't really care for that. So we'll do something like 53. Okay. And we're off. Nope, didn't like 1645 either. I think my E-cores may be capping out. It managed 6-8, no problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push a little harder on the P-cores, keep the E-cores at 5.2. They may not scale beyond this. We'll see. We shall see. Nope, we froze. Didn't like 6.9, needs far more voltage for that. And we got the awesome Windows there. Alright guys, it's officially after 1 a.m. It's been fun. I did break my own record by a substantial margin when comparing my KS SKU to the K SKU. So I'm not even mad. I'll be back Wednesday because tomorrow, or you know what, I should have said this earlier. Happy birthday, Cher. I know it's 1 a.m. I just got kind of caught up in all this. I'm going to text you right now. But yeah, I'll be busy tomorrow, but Wednesday I will definitely give this another go. And hope you guys have a good night. We'll do better next time. Not like we did terrible this time. Peace.